training mode is kinda useless if you're a new player. So hello, I'm Maddening. Today I make a video which I call Brick Doesn't Hit Back, baby. You know what I mean? Which of course is that in fighting games, right? A lot of people, I see it all the time now, people are spending all this complaining, I feel, about, oh, I spend 10 hours in training mode, and as soon as I go online, right, I get owned, you know what I mean? But my point is that, in this whole video mostly, right, is that you have to learn to block, okay? Number one, also block. Number two, evasion, okay? Those are two things, the fundamentals, right, to win in a game. If you can block and you can evade stuff, that's like platinum level. You don't need to have combos. I'm gonna show you here some of my games playing SRE. I never played him before in my life on, of course, SF6 that I played in other games, but never this game before. I'm gonna show you playing against people on different ranks, right? And I'm just gonna do no combos and basically just own them by blocking and then like punching them once, right? And I'm gonna keep doing that, and eventually I win because I don't need to have combos with the character. See, I'm just gonna like light spam this thing, right? You know what I mean? This is what I mean. It's very simple there. No Siroken, just like, you know, light spam. See, do I need to know anything else to do? Like, okay, like, you know, reversal. See? I mean, this is the level of, I mean, I'm not being mean, but is it the level, right? Of a person in like bronze, iron, or whatever, maybe silver. So what can I do in the combos? I'm just gonna do the combos. I canceled the combo on purpose. I was like, no, let's not do a combo. Like, my point is this thing, right? I'm not gonna do the combos. You're just gonna do like light spam, you know, jump over her, light spam. That's too fancy, sorry about that. That was like a reflex, that was like a reflex. That was like a reflex, reversal. You know. I'll do the reversal there. That was like a reflex, yeah. Dash, reverse, what do you call it? Parry dive in my face, right? The point of the video, right, is that I want to talk about that I think too many people are always focusing on the combos, right? How do you do the combo? No, what you have to learn to do is to pressure and space out correctly, right? So if you can do that, you don't need combos to win. And I see people, and often the people are complaining about, I can't do the combos, modern, classic, whatever. Almost always, right? Or they're stuck in like, you know, bronze. So you're not focusing on, you know, this here. So look here now, okay? So Ken now, second fight for me here in my play, right? I'm not gonna do the combos, right? Maybe the basic ones, you know, like a light spam combo, right? Do I need anything else? Probably not, right? You know, bam, face that. See, because it's blocking, right? It's blocking. Where is the blocker, you know? Yeah, there's a wall swap, so you get another thing there. This is me bullying people now online with like light spam. I'm not gonna do hard punch. That would have been a hard punch normally, right? Yeah. See? This is like, you need combos, baby? You need combos? You got light spam! You got light spam! Yeah, you don't need combos, you can just press the light button. You don't need, this guy's probably like bronze or whatever, right? He's kinda his level, right? You don't need anything else, okay? If I use this stuff, it's gonna be way easier, right? Like, actually play the game serious, right? You know? Like, this, come on, man. I'm doing light spam, baby. You can do all this stuff, come on. Drive impact, you know. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm not. Fail, jump, press, blow. Oh, doesn't work with that? Okay. I thought you could fake that, or whatever. I mean, like, see, this is what I mean. I see these pot people, right? And they're like stuck on Reddit, they're stuck on like, you know, bronze or whatever. They're like, oh, how do I do combos, right? Like, I can't win. Like, no, you can't win because you can't block, right? Blocking is number one, you know. Blocking is number one, baby. See, I can beat this guy. He's probably like a bronze, you know, 3 for whatever, right? And I'm literally, I can beat him easily, right? With only light button, you know, light, like light, you know. Don't need anything else? No, not really, right? You know. Light, you know, like light. Dash in. That wasn't possible. I wanted a normal dash, whatever. Light. So yeah, light. Don't need anything else. A classic, you know. So, what combo do you need to beat these people on bronze iron? You don't need any combos, right? I made my point, right? But how should you play then? If you ignore the light spam, right? You know, the important thing about is spacing, right? So, for example, here's with you, you know, that's your turn, right? You know, that's your turn. Should I maybe that's out? I was trying to light spam out of it, but I did a kick between. I mean, there's terrible Hadouken, right? Because you can't Hadouken there, because you're too close to me. So he did terrible Hadouken again there. He's too close, so you can't Hadouken there. Oh, it didn't work. I never played the game before with the Rio. I don't know exactly how angle it is. I can't do that. Okay, that was plus. I jumped. Combos there? Not really, right? I'm just gonna but this guy, his problem, right, is he's not spacing correctly with Hadouken, right? So he's throwing the Hadouken with Ken, but he's actually standing way too close, right? So his problem was mostly that he's standing Hadouken kind of here. You know what I mean? Like in distance, right? We could easily jump him down, right? Because he's too close to you. So that's just a terrible advice. Lowest rank. And this kind of randomly casual, right? But you know, that is a pretty good combo, right? But even more than I guess. So now this guy's jumping a lot, right? See there, he's gonna jump a lot, yeah. See? So now you have two options, right? You can either go out of it, or you can do crouching hard or shuriken, right? So again, I don't play Ry, but it's obvious how you do it with any character. Honestly, it's kind of all the same thing, right? See if he jumps again here. He jumped a lot in the beginning. See if he can get a jump out of him. No, come on, jump, baby, jump. Yeah, jump near. There we go. He jumps in there, back a bit. Jumps again. See, that's what I mean. See, do I need combos then? No. The only thing I need is spacing, right? Because he's obviously gonna do it again, right? So the only thing I need to do is I need to go back a bit, guys. If I go back a bit, I don't need combos. I don't need, especially input. I only have this thing, right? You know. The only thing I need to do is have the right positioning to do my crouching hard punch, right? This thing here, stand here. So the only thing you need to do is space correctly, right? So again here. Probably just a jump sooner. Yeah, he jumps a lot, man. There we go. Yeah. You only need the right spacing, right? You don't need to do shuriken. You don't need to have a combo. See? Works every time, right? You know. As long as you have the right spacing, it will always work, right? Basically it, right? So you know that's kind of it, right? Because this guy does the same thing that I think that the biggest issue that new player does. Yes, is he jumps too much, right? And you only need to space that. You don't need to use a shuriken. You don't need to have like a drive, impact, combo, right? You don't need to have like some kind of specific combo. You need to space. You know, use space, right? Use space. That's good spacing, right? Good spacing. Yeah? You need to space. There we go. Yeah, there. And then he walks up to you. You punish that, right? You know. You know what I mean? Jumps, punish that. First time we didn't jump there. Yeah. I honestly assume yeah, see, and then if he walks, you punish that. You don't need combos. This is like the level of beginning of the game, right? One thing that's more important to know is how to do the reversal, right? So for example with the Ryden, he got the Shuriken, right? This thing, right? Oh, sorry, that's a this thing, I mean, yeah. You got the Shuriken, right? That's a reversal. If you do EX1, the golden pine, right? You point 1 point, like that. That's the next thing you need to know, right, against these kind of guys. Because this guy, he's a button guy, right? He's never gonna block. You know, he's never gonna block, right? So this guy is very weak against the reversal. This is what I mean. You can easily get to like gold just because most people in this game, on lower ranks, they will always attack basically. They never block, right? They also block number 1, right? They will never block. So what they will do, right, is they go up to you and try to punch you, know what I mean? So instead of dealing with that, right, you use Shuriken. So he's always gonna do something, you know what I mean? Not because they didn't work yet, but you get my point. He's always gonna do something, see what I mean? So he never blocks, right? So if you have a reversal, like we do here, the Shuriken, that's always gonna work basically, right, against these kind of caliber player, right? Of course, if you play a better player, they're gonna bait that, then they do a full punish, right? When you land, they're gonna punish you hard. You know what I mean? They're gonna, you know, I'm in there and punch you. But, oh yeah. Next thing about this thing, walking. Yeah. Next thing is walking. That's what I will show you guys. If you can't do the crunching hard punch, right? With your guide or this thing here. If you can't do that one, right? Which is, you know, if they're too close to you. What I do that is I just walk out of it, right? Okay? You walk out of it, okay? This is what it is with every character. You just walk like that, yeah, you can go under the attack, right? This works like with every character. So again, like I said in the video, I don't play this character, I don't play Ry, right? But it doesn't matter because I know that if he jumps, I'm either gonna have the correct spacing, right? So I can use my crunching, or I'm gonna walk, you know, under it, right? So he's never gonna land a jump on me normally. Not in this level of player list. I mean, you know, like this. Come on. What's up? We punching that, you know? Yeah. Let's turn it around now then. This guy never blocks, you know what I mean? So it's just gonna. It's never gonna block, right? You know what I mean? Okay, that was better, man. I wanted to do the special tree, but in the meter. I wanted to win with special tree, you know. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't have meter special tree. Oh, he cancelled? Oh, lame. But that's kind of my point, right? When it comes to this the game, you don't need to have combos. I can easily beat the Luke guy by either just doing this thing, right? Or what if he's too close to me, like here in the jumps, then I will just walk under him, right? Then I will punch him when he lands, right? That's what you kind of need against that guy. He jumps a lot, right? Otherwise, again, you will win by what's called the normal footsteps, right? You win by that. You don't need to win by doing maximum combos, right? And I can, okay, this guy with 8 win streak, baby. See, he might actually be good as it happens. He might be a good player then. It's kind of random playing casual, right? He might be a good player. Let's see. Yeah, see, he blocked. That was stupid though. That was so close to Hadouken. Let's see what he does. Okay, a little more serious. I respect his 8 win streak here. It means something. He's blocking, man. He's blocking a little bit, yeah. So he's a little better. Not very good. But he's a little better, clearly. See, he does like a reversal there. But see, most people walk into that thing, right? That's what I mean. When you play like a reversal character, like Ryu, you can always basically reversal them. That's kind of what you're weak against. But I had higher hopes when I had 8 win streak. That doesn't work. See, he's button guy, you know. This is very easy against most people on low. They did press the button, right? So they open themselves up for, you know, like a reversal. See, again, this is what I mean. The next thing you need to learn, right? If you're playing as a, if you have a reversal, you gotta use that. So he does have that mistake, said the Luke, right? You know, that the next thing you need to know how to survive in different, right? Is that you need to have your some kind of reversal counter, right? So okay, this guy's gonna attack me while I'm down. I'm gonna do the Shuriken, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of like I'm gonna do Shuriken. I'm trying to do now to show you guys. Like there we go, yeah. But, okay, it's like a gold. Oh my god, take electricity then. Shit. That was reversal, baby. Reversal and do. Oh, what? It fell down. Say it put pressure on, baby, right? No, okay, I'll tell me. Too much pressure. Vad att jag fell down? I mean, why did she jump there for? I was like weak there. Why did she jump there for? Because I was obviously vulnerable there to attack. These gold people, man, can't even do a normal combo. See what I mean, man? You only need reversal. No, but seriously, I talk about blocking. Number 2 is avoiding, right? And avoiding is like a reversal, it's an evasion itself, right? So that's what you have to learn to do, right? You know, learn how to block shit, then learn to do this shit, right? You know, that's always gonna like, that's gonna make you win, baby. Boom. Stor Jocken. See, so jump probably. Yep. Got it. But that was so weird of me. Where do we? I read it, but I was too early. I was actually gonna jump right. I was like, stroke time. It's like, okay, it's too early. It's okay, so it's very laggy this game. I don't know if you can remember. It's very laggy. But see, I won that game, right? And yeah, it's like a gold player, right? I can't play Ryu, but I can play the game. It's the point of the video. I can play the game. I have no idea what I do with this character, basically. I know how to do a Shuriken and how to jump right. Put the pressure on, you know. I know how to throw her, but she doesn't think. It's stupid doing that to me. So I know how to do this thing, right? See, that? That's not like, I mean, you say, it's a combo, it's a 2-hit combo, right? Half her life points, 2-hit combo. But it's all about reading the game, and I read she was gonna do the blind effect, right? You know what I mean? That's just like a read from me, right? See? I was reading her, right? I was reading a book, right? But it's just, I'm only playing very well with the character, I'm just owning her by, it's like, I just read it correctly, right? Oh, that was supposed to be it, okay. That was what you told me. She jumps way too much, right? And it's like a really weird way, this character. I don't know why she did that thing. I don't know why she does that kind of input jump. Hadouken! You step it out, boy. Oh, I couldn't do it. I forgot I was in exhaust mode. I forgot I was like exhausted. I pressed the. I was like thinking that I was gonna do it with, you know, with my button. Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. See, I'm not even using Hadouken when I play Ryu because it'd be too easy, I feel like, against these like gold players if I use Hadouken. Players, you know, you can definitely kind of like put them in a corner with Hadouken, kind of mid-range, kind of pressure a little bit, right? But I face a lot of golds now. Like, maybe I want too much. Maybe casual has a kind of hidden MER and Maddening because now I'm facing a lot of gold here without really, I don't know, you know. I beat everyone, I guess, on like silver or whatever, right, in casual. So now I get the gold people. See, but it's the same mistake always, but it's a Christ. Too many people are too interested in, like, I don't know, wake up, pressing the button, you know. Like, this is supposed to be a gold player, like gold 5, like platinum basically. I don't even play this character. This is like a brag video now, but what you actually say, I don't even play this character. How bad are they? I mean, I admit it because I played Ryu before. But I mean, everyone has to play Ryu because he's like the basic character. Everyone knows how to play him. He's the most vanilla character in the game. So, okay, let's play it serious. I'll play Hadouken Fireball. If she goes away from me, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw the fireballs, right? She can do what she wants. Oh. Fireball. I don't know the range there, but okay. Right? It's like, what combo can I do? I can punch and Shuriken basically, yeah. I can punch and do the Shuriken. But that's enough to beat apparently like almost a platinum player. Alright. Let's get how it feels though. But it is easy to play. I mean, also Peter because I know how it works yesterday. Oh, that's failed me. I cast it too early. Run, I mean. See? She presses the button. It been a long time, man. Oh, I can do that. I don't know why I think there's plus for some dumb in my head. I think it's plus. I keep thinking there's plus. Oh. Yeah, that was better. I shouldn't just spam jump there. So I assume you can do it. But that's good because she was throwing, right? So I want to be. I'm only up in the air because she can't throw me. You can't throw me when I'm spinning in the air, you know. So that's what I was thinking. I guess I like platinum Ryu, I guess, because the people suck there. I guess I'm like day 1 platinum Ryu at least because. Oh, that was bad of me. I don't know. I was trying to cast it to a drive instead of just throwing it. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that. That's our special 3. Yeah. Terrible normals. That was terrible. That was freaking terrible, man. See, every time she goes up to me and you just EX Shuriken because they're terrible these players. Okay, like why do you walk up to me there for and you just immediately start to press the button, right? Okay, so I beat her twice now. She was like 1 point under platinum, right? These people are not very good. I don't really should be being honest. No, but it's like my point of the video is exactly this thing, which is like, what can I do with Ryu? I can like do this thing. Yeah, match cast my combo, but yeah, point. I can walk up to someone and I can do like punch, Shuriken, basically, right? That's the combo I know. I can do the little bit like kicking them away and do. I kind of know it in my head a little bit. Okay, like this is, you know. But most of the time, I'm just like, no. Weird now, I felt like 3 gold, 4 gold in a row now, and a silver. Felt like I sort of have some hidden more or something for my ear, but whatever, I guess. Oh, that was bad. That's a wrong input to me. Oh, you can't do that? Okay. See, I'm just trying. Obviously, you can keep spamming the button, but I was thinking I was gonna like maybe. I was thinking I was gonna like. Oh yeah, take the plus of that. You can also spam light button, but it's so stupid if you do it. Ah, come on! Why do I fail my button here? Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay, let me play for real then. I leave it in edit because I want to show you guys how I think in the game. I was trying to reason if I could do some better moves, but I guess I can't. So I'm just gonna do like a normal game now, then, right? This play is terrible, right? Because you can do the thing all the time. So you mean, right? So it's like a, you know, it's a terrible player. Right? It's just punch, you know. I mean, like, it's just punch. I think. Obviously, right? So you just spams the drive page like a freaking moron, man. It's so obvious, right? It's so obvious because it's like just does drive impact spam. So you use your own drive impact to punish that, right? You know what I mean? Okay, I say that, but I was doing the hard kick in the ground. You can't do it there. It's slowing the problem down. Or you can use light spam. You know, you can use light spam. Like do anything. Bam, bam. Oh, do it here. Yeah, spam it again. There's no meter now, though. So you won't do it now, but yeah. Oh. Why would I go into that? You know, it's not working there. It's not working there. Let's come to you, you know, let's come to you, space it a bit. Can you do that? I'll try to do light kick punch into light punch. But that's terrible. Why would I do it again? Oh, it's so terrible player, Jesus Christ. I feel the stain. I feel the stain. Okay, one more round. But that was really quick. It's just a terrible player. I mean, the thing, that play is perfect example of how not to be a good player, right? So she just kept spamming this thing, right? And the first round, I just wanted to see if I as a real player, and this is why I keep saying I'll leave it in the video, because you also should think about this positive. I also want to think about, you know, how do I, because sometimes in the game, right, it's a good style here, you want to understand how can I punish, right? So obviously, she's spamming drive impact. It's so obvious. You can throw her, stab it immediately. Here's throw her, right? Here's throw her, whatever. But the easy thing to do, if you land like this, right, is just spam light punch. Because you can spam a few enough times, right? Because it has armor, but it's going to break the armor, right? So I want to do, because some characters can do a little better, right? So I want to do something like this, maybe, you know, bam, bam, and then maybe do, this really actually, this probably would have worked. But, you know, then do like a light. Okay, now I'm too quick with my fingers too. Yeah, like that, you know, that, like a shuriken. I want to do like bam, 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 you know, shuriken. Something like that, bam, 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 shuriken, right? Of course, she's still now, but get my point. And of course, what you can do is you can use a dummy, right? You can go in your dummy, and you can, you know, ask the dummy to constantly do drive impact, you know what I mean? So you can set it up right. But it's obviously kind of what I mean too, is that if you play the character, you're gonna master the character that also of Ryu. That you're gonna master this guy, the hard-walking guy, you know. Then of course you would have trained on these very specific things. Okay, if the drive impact me, can I do a shuriken inside the drive impact? You probably can if you do like an EX. If you do like, you know, fail. If you do this one, you know, if you do this one, you probably can. And if you do that one, you just gonna fly through it, right? But I mean, if you land doing it, right? So if you go in, you land doing it like that, that will probably be it, right? I guess I'm just guessing if I'm gonna play the character. But my point is that that's a big part, I think, of actually learning how to play a character too, right? You should you experiment and you test this different, like, punish, right? Oh, can I punish ES? Can I do this thing, right? Can I do X thing, right? You try to figure out how do I punish this very obvious pattern, right? Because that can be very, like, character specific. So, for example, I play a lot of JP, right? JP doesn't have an uppercutter at all, right? He got his, like, reversal counter thing, but he doesn't have, you know, the shuriken at all. Nothing close to that. Jamie has that one when he kick, right? It's basically the same thing as kicking. But so with JP, I know that, well, if they're doing like a drive impact in the situation, I can't throw in like an EX shuriken, you know what I mean? That's gonna work, right? But maybe I can do the EX, the counter ball, right? And hit me and make this counter ball. Maybe I can do that one, you know what I mean? So you have to figure out that as well, right? That's more character specific, right? But what I want you to understand, right, is kind of where my mind's at is, right, you know? So I don't play this character, right? I don't play you, but I don't feel any need that much to go and like watch a video and go into this stuff here, sit here and like, oh, I need to learn this thing and what is its frame data or whatever, right? I mean, what I do mostly, right, is that I just play the character in rank, right? I just went to rank, and I'm just like, okay, I'm playing a Marisa, she's spamming drive impact, what can I do? If I play Jamie a lot, Jamie's cat that plays second most, right? So if Jamie I know very well, right? You can do his like hard punch thing, he's like, you can do his command attack, you can do all the different stuff, right? You can cancel the Reka and so on. So they know all the different drive, impact, punch, or whatever, right? But when I play real, it's like maybe I can see it. You know what I mean? So my point, of course, is that no, you have to play the character, learn the block, learn to survive, right? And then you have to learn to be like, okay, what is my punish this situation, right? More rather so than a combo, right? It's not really about learning a combo. It's more learning about, oh, I can do this thing, you know. That works against Marisa. You know? It's more like learning that thing and then doing these like advanced combos. Drew has this thing, right? When he does, what is it, like this thing, I guess? No, it's back. No, what is it? The donkey kick, like that? Oh, there it is, yeah. That one is clearly like a combo for real. So you do this thing. Or is it? No, is it quarter circle? Okay, it's quarter circle. I thought it was dragon input for some reason. You know, then you can combo it. But you have to stand over here, right? Yeah, exactly. You have to stand, what is it, like here, I guess? Something like this. Yeah, then you can land. Okay. See? Okay, but if I do my what's it called, the super? Right. No. Isn't it kick? Here we go. There's a target, yeah. Alright, that's a basic. And then what is the next step? Can you, let's see. This is how I learn combos, honestly, right? I cannot train them. So this thing is a combo. Because you can do this thing, of course, but can you do this thing? Yes. That thing's super, yeah, exactly. So you can do crunch and medium kick, right? To crunch and medium kick, to EX dog kick, like this. And that sets you up for a level 3, right? See? Okay, yeah, the timing is better, but you know, that's how I learn combos. I just figured it out. Okay, I know that the medium kick is like a combo stop, right? Like that. Yeah, and then you can definitely do something after that, right? I have to just like learn how to, you know, like how do I combine them? Okay, so you can do medium kick, then you can follow that up with EX donkey kick, and that can be followed up with, for example, then of course super, right? And you can certainly combine that better. So maybe if you start like this, you can let's see this one maybe, yeah, this one. Can you like then you probably do something like this? You cancel that, yeah. See, so then you can do like forward hard, right? Cancel that with a drive. And then you can follow that with like a medium, let's see. I heard it just think how to do it. No, I want to do medium. Yes, exactly. That's it. There we go. See, I like figured that shit out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do, this is how I learn the combos. I'm just like, I just figuring it out. You know, I was like, okay, I can do, because I kind of know that. Yeah, some error here, but see, that's a good point. I think hopefully people say here, but I think that's how you should learn combos. Don't learn combos by going and be like, oh, I have to learn this video. Look at this thing. No, I learn combos by understanding kind of like the measurement, the fundamental of the character. So I know that step of the this kick, medium kick in the game usually is a combo, like Hadouken or Shuriken or whatever, right? You know, that's kind of typically a combo, right? So then I'm okay, how can I use that better? What if I do this thing? Okay, don't kick, that works, okay, that's a combo, okay? Right, so now I learned that, right? I learned I can do this thing, right? And then this can probably work, but I want to do this thing. You know what I mean? So I think it's very important, right? This is how I think you should learn combos. You shouldn't learn them by like looking at some guides for this is the best combo. Learn how to think about how the character combines instead, right? Because basically all the combos are gonna come from certain junctions of the character's mechanics, right? So for example, Gary 3 is this thing, right? You know, this is a combo, you know what I mean? This is a combo, can I like that? This here is a combo for Shuriken. Right? Isn't that like this? This here is a combo, right? This here is a combo. So male. This here is a combo, I think, for that thing. Yes, that's a combo. And then, as I showed you, right? Then thinking, okay, that's a combos, okay. This is a combo, okay. But what if I hit with like this thing? Can I then dash in the combo? Yes. Like, you know what I mean? Then I can do this thing, and then I can maybe do something else after that, right? Then you start thinking like, but how can I then extend it? Okay, I extended it by landing this thing to dash, and then I want to go into this thing, right? Because that's what I do afterwards. And after this thing, I want to do, you know, this thing, and then I'm thinking about how I'm just thinking the building blocks of a combo, right? And if I then jump in, I can probably do like jump in, this thing, dash, you know what I mean? And then I can build on that, right? Then I can build that. I can do a dog kick in between that. and I can EX that. That won't work against the wall though. That's true. They won't get to the wall, so that might be the best combo if you jump in there. But if I look at the wall, I can do something here. That's what I think about combos. I'm thinking about the building blocks again. You know, I'm thinking about jumping, punching, dashing. He blocked the first one. Bouncing, dun. You know, and then something else after that, right? What can I do then? I can do the donkey kick, right? So it has to be like this. No, see, this. You know, something like that. I'm just like thinking, how do I set them up, right? And one thing I like to do is a side note. This thing. It's my favorite move, basically. In the game, yeah. I love to do my drive. I love to do my drives, and I follow them up with like a drive into a throw. That's really good against the wall. But anyway, guys, hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe, press the like button, so alright. It's very hot here. It's incredibly hot. It's very sweaty here. But I, you know, I see people travel with this all the time, right? I see people travel all the time by understanding how to play the game. And what I see most, I keep saying, is when I made the video, is that brick doesn't hit back right. The whole idea that I'm set in training mode and use punch all the time, and then I have this perfect combo, and then go into to rank, and then you get completely owned because you can't land the combo. It's kind of like, I mean, obviously I'm referring to Bloodsport with Van Damme, right? But it's also said in Dragon Ball, where they fight Cell, and they have this like Super Saiyan, and then they have the Ultra Super Saiyan, right? And the whole idea is that Ultra Super Saiyan 2, the Trunks can be, is shit, right? Because you get super big and muscular, you know? They get super slow and muscular, and as Vegeta explains then, that's a terrible Super Saiyan form, because yes, you hit like 10 times harder, but if you're 10 times slower, no one's ever gonna hit by you, right? Especially not in a real fight. It's sandy if you're stuck in this two-dimensional world, right? But it's kind of like that. It's like, what's the point of like doing 10 times more damage if no one is ever gonna get hit by you anyway, right? You know, it's much better hitting 10 times instead of doing 10 times more damage. And also, furthermore, for that matter, right? If you didn't know this thing, in fighting games, or more or less all of them, more than once at least, right? You have what is called diminishing returns, right? So every time you hit a combo with someone, every time you connect into a next ability, right? You do less damage to balance it out. So if you do like a 7-hit combo, the first hit, let's say, does 100 damage, and the second one does 90 damage, 90, 80, 70, 40, 30, 20, kind of that, right? Where if you do 7 separate hits, that's like 7, you know, 100, 100, 100, 100, right? Of course, they have to connect 7 times more. But the point, of course, is that if you rather hit a 10-hit combo over 10 hits, you're gonna lose the game now. But because if your opponent hits you 10 times, the footsies, right? 10 kicks in your face on different situations, right? And you can land that one super combo, those 10 separate kicks are gonna do way more damage. Probably several times your damage, right? So it's not even beneficial. What's beneficial is landing more hits, right? Yeah, landing more combos. Of course, if you're facing a really good player, and they're both really good players, right? And you don't land very, of course, if you're both pro players, and they're both hard to hit or whatever, right? They both have to obviously also do maximum amount of damage when they connect, right? Because they're both very good at footsie and all this stuff, right? But my point is, you saw my game there. I faced like what, like a 5 gold? I faced a gold roller. And this player was basically platinum, or like, you know, low platinum, high gold, or whatever, right? And they just got owned, right, by my dude. And I really mean it, I didn't mean it, but I just crushed them, right? And that's just like me being, okay, how do I play this? I haven't played the game, this is genuinely again, the first time I'm even trying to play this character, right, in this game. But, to be fair, I have played, of course, Ryu for many years, you know, in the old days, whatever, right? So obviously I know how he works. I mean, everyone knows how he works. You have the Hadouken, everyone knows mentally how he works, right? That's of course true. But what did I'm actually doing, right? I barely threw Hadoukens at all, right? So like, whatever, do that shit, it's easy enough. And my focusing is like blocking, right? Pressure them, right? And then when I read, they're gonna punch me. This is one thing I say specifically, right? Keep saying it. When I read, they're punching me when I'm lying down. Then I do EX Shiroken and a reversal, right? And that's probably as a unique character where he's different than some cat doesn't have it. Like JP doesn't have it, right? So this they use a big difference there, right? Because you have the reversal, and I don't know when that stop spot, even on pro level, right? You know, getting up on your reversal always good to have, right? You read them impressing you. But I think that the lower rank you're in this game, the more better, whatever you call it, the more important, right, are reversals to have. Because my God, you see my video. My God, can I take many hits, right, on my opponent by them always pressing a button when you are down, right, or when you're blocking or whatever, and then you just reversal them, right, with like a Shuriken or a whatever you have, like Jamie has, he's like, I don't know what it's called, but he just like kick his head, right? So like, I don't know, half the rooster has like uppercutter, right, you know, and they basically always beat people that spam attacks on you, right? Because I always keep saying people all the time, the most important thing in Street Fighter is to block correctly, right? But the number 2 thing is to avoid correctly. And again, I think that reversal, right, like the reversal of EX, it's kind of like an evasion. Yes, it's an attack, but in my mindset, right, it's like an evasion because my opponent was trying to punch me, right, when I'm like getting up, so I reversed them, right. One match, a guy was hadoking me too close, so I punished that with Tsuki, right, you know what I mean, as a reaction, right. It's like an evasion, right. Yes, it's an offensive evasion, but it's an evasion. I'm doing it because I am immune to damage kind of thing, right? When I'm flying up there, I'm doing it because I know I have this like reversal plus thing or invincible frames or whatever. That's why it's an evasion ability, right? Rather than an offensive ability. Of course, now you can also combo it with Ryu, Ken and so on. Very commonly, do you think you combos, right? With the Shuriken, of course you do. But think about it more as an evasion ability. I'm avoiding my opponent, right? And then thirdly, in this game then, important for SF6 again, right? I guess it's a drive input, right? You have the parry and so on too, but I think the parry is more advanced. What you have to learn is more, I think drive impact is going to be much, much more important to learn to get up like maybe Platinum or Master or whatever, Diamond, whatever. But it's like, yes, parry is great to have, right? But I think that that's way more advanced, honestly. Especially like perfect parry. So I think that what you have to learn mostly to beat people that like bronze, silver, gold and so on is how to do drive impact, drive impact, right? And again, that's an evasion, right? So basically, if they drive impact you, you can always drive impact back, right? And you saw my Marisa game, I jump at her, it's like a silver player, she just spams drive impact, right? So you jump in, you kick her, she drive impact, you do your drive impact, gives you a full combo, you do a massive damage, you also jumped into her first drive, so you also did like 1 or 2 hits before in anyway, so you're getting that extra damage as well, right? So that's kind of how you beat that, because I've seen a lot of people do that. She was very tested, but I've seen a lot of people do that thing where they will drive impact your jump, right? Yeah, they will drive impact your jump, and instead of doing like an anti-air, and that doesn't really work. Yeah, that isn't doing a thing in the game. And a lot of people will drive in the course when you're at the wall, right? Everyone knows that it's clear, right? And having to do the drive impact there, right, is crucial to avoid taking damage and get off the wall, right? That's probably, I would say, the hardest thing against really good players. Is that they are very good at putting in the corner, and then you kind of they burn your meter, or you burn your meter. So when I play my Kami, I use a lot of EX meters to do my combos, right? So usually I only have like 1 or 2 meters, and then it can be hard in your corner because you can only do like 1 drive impact. So that's what I think is great in the game for that matter. From a gaming standpoint, I really love it in a game that on a really high level, usually both of you have low meters, right? So you can't actually spam that much drive impact. And sometimes you want to bait them to like use the last meter so they can't use drive impact when you drive impact them. So it's like kind of this mind game with trying to get them down, you know what I mean? And so on an energy resource management or whatever. But on lower rank, people spam it, so you can just counter it, right? And I guess lastly, what I never did, but it's important if you play JP, is to do your drive reversal, right? So you press back, drive, and put them away. Because 2 meters, you push them away from you. That's very important if you play like Dalsim, Dial, JP, and so on, right? That's the way to get out of the corner if you play those characters. But, you know, now when I played here, I was always the one pushing, basically. And I didn't play a control character, so I didn't really need that. But that's like that, I guess, the last part of the evasion of Street Fighter. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. My point, of course, again, is that Brick doesn't hit back people, okay? And honestly, I say it again, you will get so much more value of Street Fighter and be a better player if you spend more time in rank, or even casual, but preferably rank, so they're on your level. Instead of spending time in training mode, you should really spend that time in just playing as people. Because at the end of the day, Brick has to hit back, right? So you have to learn how to punch people and they punch you back. That's way more valuable than training like a combo for 10 hours. Spend those 10 hours instead training against actual people, how to avoid the block stuff, right? That's way more important. But anyway, subscribe and have a great day.